E equals mc squared. It's probably the most famous equation ever, but what does it mean? Well, as most kids in 5th grade can tell you, E stands for energy, M stands for mass, and C stands for the speed of light in a vacuum. What they can't tell you is that this equation is the basis for a concept in modern physics called mass-energy equivalence. To explain, on one side of the equation here is the E, energy measured in any unit you want, doesn't matter. The equal sign means the same as, I know you knew it, equals means the same as, I'm just putting it in word format because I'm going to say this whole equation out in word format. So it's just easy that way. And on the other side, you have mass measured in any unit as long as it's from the same system as energy, and is in a system of measurement is like the metric system or something. So it would be silly to measure, like, mass in a different system than energy because it wouldn't make sense. So they both have to be from the same system. One other important thing to understand is that mass is the same thing as matter, which is what a lot of people think. Let me digress. Matter can be annihilated to produce energy, and there can be no matter left, just energy. Mass is the same thing as energy because mass can be converted to energy without losing any mass. As in, energy has the same mass as whatever mass you started with. So if you have mass and you convert it to energy, the energy is going to have the same mass as the mass that you started with, and the mass that you started with can be energy, or matter, doesn't matter. So if you remove mass from a system, the energy is also removed, meaning that, like, if there's an atomic bomb, right, and it explodes, right, that bomb, since it lost energy, right, the energy in the explosion also lost mass because, because mass is energy, so as you take away energy, you take away mass. So back to the equation. The c squared basically means that if you have 1 unit of mass, you would have c squared units of energy, and c is the speed of light in a vacuum. This means that a little mass is the same thing as a lot of energy. So to say out the equation, energy is the same thing as mass times the speed of light in a vacuum squared. That's what the equation really means. Okay, so to sum it all up, because the physics can get a bit complicated, E equals mc squared because that matter is the same thing as energy and vice versa, and that a little mass is a lot of energy. So quote Wikipedia here, which this is in the first paragraph here if you want to, for yourself. Mass is a property of all energy, and energy is a property of all mass. And also, the mass of a body is just a measurement of its energy content. With the most important concept, mass is just another name for energy, and vice versa. You cannot truly convert mass into energy because the mass is already energy. Mass and energy are just two names for the same thing. It would be like trying to convert a wire into a cable. You can't really do that because a wire is already a cable, because wire and cable are just two names for the same thing. Thanks for watching.